All right, Seton, poll question for the final hour of the program. Christopher Mad Dog Russo will join us in about 20 minutes from now.
It's about Mad Dog. Let's see. We got a new one here from Paulie. Next fall, Bill Belichick will be ... North
74. Oh, okay.
North Carolina head coach, working for an NFL team, working in the media, or unemployed.
I had somebody, and somebody that I respect in the business, who said, could you see Belichick going to the Miami Dolphins? And I go, I would say no, but I don't think Miami's ready to move on from Mike McDaniel, but maybe. And I said, wait, are you talking about now? And he said, no, at the end of the season. Could you see Belichick just going back to the NFL? I said, I don't see him coaching. I don't know if he has the enthusiasm to do this. He's not college-like. There's nothing college-like him. He's not one of those rah-rah guys. I can't imagine him recruiting. Cannot imagine. Meeting with parents and being awkward and like, your son, he's really good. You're meeting with boosters and you got to get them fired up, and I can't. The reason why we're talking a little bit more about Belichick, because there is an article, WRAL sports anchor and reporter Pat Welter, multiple sources with knowledge of the inner workings of Bill Belichick's program say North Carolina's football losses a product of a divided locker room, a disorganized coaching staff, and a failure to communicate. Now, when you say a divided locker room, that's because you have players who came in, transfer portal, 70 players, and then you had probably 30 to 40 who were leftovers, and they probably didn't get NIL, and some of these players coming in did get NIL money. Multiple sources with knowledge of the inner workings of Belichick's program say results on the field are a product of a divided locker room. It's an unstructured mess, a source with firsthand knowledge of the program told WRAL. There's no culture, no organization. It's a complete disaster. For a guy who made his reputation on being a defensive guy, and North Carolina's program was being sold as the 33rd NFL team, through 5 games, the Tar Heels rank 128th in points allowed per game. Do you realize there's only 136 NCAA Division I football programs in FBS? So they're 128 out of 136.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, we love your stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day. Oh, Dan, give us
Thank you, Pandora. Thank you. Yes, Paul.
Usually great college coaches that go to the pros flame out. They could always go right back to college because it worked. Like Nick Saban, when it didn't work out with the Dolphins, there was a line to sign him when he went back. Steve Spurrier goes to Washington. Doesn't work out. Who wouldn't want to bring in Steve Spurrier? Does it not feel that way with Bill Belichick and the NFL? Like it feels like the flame out is too big right now.
Yeah, but it's because of his age, too. Nobody's going to take on a 73-year-old guy. Well, how long is he going to coach for? How enthusiastic is he?
I disagree a little bit because, Pete Carroll gets another job. If Nick Saban announced today he wanted to work again, he would have 50 teams calling. I just think that the brand of Belichick has been so hurt the past year and a half that it's not even salvageable in the NFL.
Well, Pete Carroll has enthusiasm. Pete Carroll, he looks alive. If Saban went back, do I think he'd be successful? Well, how long, where's he going? And, the turnaround time. It's not like Mac Brown ran a terrible program there. They reached for the stars and they got Belichick. I don't think Bill was getting hired any other place. The Falcons didn't hire him. The Falcons. So I don't think I can't see him coming back and all of a sudden he's got magic. I just want to know if he's all in. Like that would be, it feels like they thought this was going to be easier than what it is. And you're in the ACC. It's not the, SEC and it's not the Big Ten. Yes, Marvin.
I think post Tom Brady, his reputation really took a hit right after Tom Brady left, because a lot of people, this is the great coach. Like, we don't want to put up with this if we don't have Tom Brady and win all these championships. We're only putting up with this because we know we'll get to a Super Bowl or at least contend for one.
Yeah, and he doesn't have his quarterback. He brought in one that got injured. Now he's got Brad Johnson's son who's in there as well. You're just watching it. They just don't seem like there's any pulse, like there's no excitement. They almost feel that like it's the inevitable. We're going to lose, but by how much? But as far as Belichick, I'm going to give him the respect that he's coming back for one more year. But I don't know what his personal life is like. Is he excited about being a coach? That would be the one thing I would wonder. And you're bringing in all these transfers. It's hard to bring in transfers, no matter if you're an established coach or not. Bill hasn't coached in college, not as a head coach. And you're bringing in 70 players, new players, and then a quick turnaround. Yeah, Pauline.
Deion Sanders did this exact same game plan with transfers in 2023. They got a lot of pub. They were only 4-8 that year. But the following season, he had a lot of talent. They were 9-4. And for Colorado fans, 9 wins, they were begging for that for 15 years.
Yeah, but you're not exactly playing a tough schedule. You got your son as your quarterback, and you got Travis Hunter, who's the best player in America. I mean, they were going to improve. And then they got an offensive line, and then they were formidable. But this isn't happening with Bill. I mean, Deion's going to sell. You know, he's got a personality. Bill doesn't have that. He's not doing that. You're lucky to play for him. It's not he's lucky to have you.